makes me want to eat it right out of here. Morning everybody. I want to introduce you to our newest member of the family, 5-gallon crock. I am tickled to death to have this thing. You can find these out there online, but they're usually pretty expensive. This one here, we got brand new through True Value, and I think it was like $59 plus tax. And there's no scuffs. It's really, really nice. And we are going to make dill pickles, fermented naturally. But these actually are good for you. It's good. It's a good probiotic. It helps your stomach. It's just good for your whole system. We're going to get these started, and you can look online to find recipes, and there's as many recipes out there for making homemade fermented dill pickles as there is gravel in our drive. I mean, it's ridiculous. So we kind of come up with our own recipe, and we'll post it in the description. And if it turns out well, we'll tell you. And if it doesn't, we'll tell you that too. Right now, we're going to cut the blossom end off of the cucumber. Supposedly there's an enzyme in the blossom end that will soften the whole cucumber if it's not cut off. If you don't know which one the blossom end is, you can take a little off each end. It doesn't hurt a thing, especially if you're doing it this route. So we're going to do that. And I might mention we've started a salt brine. We got a salt brine over there, and we added 3 tablespoons of kosher salt, pickling salt, per quart of water. So, and I've seen that higher and I've seen that lower. So, but we're hit right in the middle, and we're going to try that. Okay, we got the cucumbers ends cut off, and I'm going to take and do something that I read on the internet, to where larger pickles, you just take and put a little slice in the middle of them, so the bacteria can actually enter it easier. I've also seen a lot of recipes where you can use just the whole garlic, and I've also seen them to where you use smashed. We're going to smash. Okay guys, we're going to start layering our cucumbers. We'll start by adding the cucumbers on the bottom. Then we'll add spices that we've got laid out here, and I'll tell you what they are as we add them. Then I'm going to cover the cucumbers and spices with a layer of dill that we picked this morning before we start our next layer. And we'll keep doing that until our cucumbers are gone. Okay folks, it says to use your larger dill pickles at the bottom. So that's what we're going to start doing. Okay, we're going to add a half teaspoon of peppercorns. This is our dehydrated jalapeno that we grew, and we're going to add a little bit of that to it. Okay, I'm just using a small pinch of mustard seed. Then I'm just using a little pinch of dill seed. I'm adding 3 garlic cloves. Now I'm going to add 3 bay leaves. Your bay leaves help keep your cucumbers crisp. We're going to use, we went to 3 stores, couldn't find any coriander seed. So I'm just going to use just a tiny little dab of coriander to put in the bottom. And now I'm going to cover it with our fresh cut dill. Okay, now I'm going to repeat the layers until we run out of cucumbers. I don't think we're going to get very high here or deep. But anyway, that's the process we're using. We're also going to add this Lipton tea bag. Tea has a lot of tannin in it, and that will also, along with the bay leaves, help it to stay crispy. I can't tell you how fresh homegrown dill sprigs smell. Oh, makes me want to eat it right out of here. Anyway, now we're going to start adding water. I made up 6 quarts of water. It may take more. I didn't know exactly how far this would come up. It's about right here, which is over half of a 5-gallon crock. It was, I think, a little over 16 pounds of cucumbers. So I'm happy that it's turning out like this. I'm going to start adding the water, and we're going to see if I need more or what. This is 3 tablespoons of salt per quart of unchlorinated water. Okay, looks like I'm going to need a little more water, so we'll make up a couple quarts and dissolve the salt in it, and then we'll put a lid on top. We'll show you that in a minute. Okay, I got another quart of brine, and I'm going to put it on top here, and I think these are starting to float, so I think we're okay. They will, maybe a little more. You want to be sure that all your vegetables are going to be covered, because if they're covered, they're going to be okay. If not, you're going to have trouble. These should be fine. I'm going to make another quart of brine, and I'll show you what that's for in a second. Okay, I've got another quart of brine, and I put a lid on it. And now I'm going to take a plate, and I'm going to turn it upside down, push everything down, and then I'm going to add this quart of brine. That way, if it leaks, it's only leaking out brine water. Okay, we've got everything done. The water is about to this area right here, and we're going to put this in a cooler place, somewhere around 70 degrees, 68, 70 degrees is good. And we're going to check it in 3 or 4 days, see how it's doing. Now, if it starts developing a white film on top, just scrape that off. Just get a spoon and take that off every day. If any of the cucumbers turn white or have a film on them, take those out. Other than that, just let it do its thing. It's going to be healthy for you. And when they're done, we're going to show you another little process that we do to keep them. And you can keep them for quite a while. So, there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope we learned together on this one. And we'll put the recipe down below. And like us, subscribe, ring that bell, and we'll catch you later.